I need to lock in. I recorded this for like 8 minutes and I realized I was all over the place. And so I'm gonna do this again. Currently it's 1:20 p.m. on a Monday, December 8th, 2025, and my MacBook is at 12%. I'm in a Barnes& and Noble parking lot and there's some people driving past me, walking past me, but it's okay. Um, I'm going to Barnes& and Noble's to take notes on. There's like a thing I've been trying to watch and do. It's like this guy named Ken Goshen, and he's like basically like an online art lecturer, like professor, and he teaches a lot of like fundamental art principles. And so I've been trying to watch that, and then I'm still on his like beginner series, but I hope today I can finish that. And I've also been wanting to start Atomic Habits. I was listening to the digital book. Yeah, the audiobook. But then my friend gave me this, like the physical, and I want to annotate it and read it because I think I need this right now. And so, um, I think this vlog is just going to be a bit of an update of how I've been doing and what I've been up to since leaving school, and it's only been like 2.5, 3 weeks. But I think, I don't know, today I woke up and I felt not good. Um, and this feeling of bad is, I feel like I'm marinating in it a lot of the time, and so I just need to be transparent. And so I'm also gonna try to explain myself very analytically. I think that's important as well, just like looking at it as if I'm gonna be talking about myself, but also I just want to be honest and not fanciful or like or even romanticized or just anything. I just want to be like very flat and just yeah. And so, first thing I want to point out is how, let me see what it's called. I have like a little note of things I want to talk about. So, currently in California, there's this thing going on called the Toll Fog effect. Um, and there was a lot of rain in Southern California, and so, oh, someone parked next to me. But there's a lot of rain in Southern California, and this caused this thing that's been happening for the past 3 weeks called a Toll Fog effect. And it's this fog in the air where it's almost like this blanket. And so everything is misty, foggy, and it's essentially blocked out the sun. And so there's been no sun for the past like 3 weeks. I feel like I'm getting no sun. And yeah. And so I wanted to talk about me and like my relationship with myself and my surroundings and how I've been and like what I've been doing, what I've been failing at. Um, just as like a general update, some things to look back on. Um, and so I'm gonna start with the good. And so, okay, I went ahead and dropped out of my classes, and the things that I've done successfully, I went ahead and I think this is like the first thing I did. When thinking about moving out, because I was like I honestly need to get a job and move out. Those are two very pivotal points in my life that I need to get a grasp of because I think there's so much misery in the lack of both. Um, at least in my relationship to myself. Like I need, Um, and so in preparation for that, I was looking at my room, and I have a very small room in my parents' house. And I was realizing like I have way too much stuff, and if I were to move out, I would have to go through everything. And this has been something that I've been thinking about for like I think 5 months now. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get that done. Like that's been something I've just been thinking of. I really want to get control of that thing. And so I did that. Um, I went ahead and went through my entire room and donated like 5 bags of stuff, like clothes, just things I no longer really like cared too much for, and I threw away like 2 bags of things. And the residual I'm just gonna like summarize this for myself. But yeah, I started like a little bit of like kind of like a Depop situation, but it's not clothing. It's like something else. But I'm reselling some stuff, and that's I think I made me. Let me check. I think around like $200 so far since starting, which is really good. But I was just seeing if the packages I've sold have delivered. That's been good. And then I also last week, following Thanksgiving, I tried to get into running. Um, I mean, I'm getting into running. I really do want to run 5 days a week. I'm starting at 1 mile, but I've always wanted to get into running. Um, I think it's an activity that is like nice. I don't know. I'm not gonna say too much. Yeah, last week I ran like all for 5 days, and that was really nice. And I had Thanksgiving, and that pretty much covers it as far as like the accomplishments since quitting. Um, and the only other thing I could think of is maybe like the Kent Goshen. Like I've been really tuned into that, and yeah. Okay, this is where. Oh, also I've tried to do like to-do list, daily analog, and like also my notebook where I'm tracking habits and just journaling. I've also been doing that and going to therapy. So that's the good. I've been seeing my friends more, I guess. So that's the good. Um, as far as everything else, um, I just think that. So this is when I'm gonna, yeah, really get into the nitty gritty. Um, my sleep schedule is so bad. So last night I fell asleep at 5 a.m. I fell asleep at 5 a.m. and I woke up at 11. I was supposed to wake up at 8:30. I spent I literally spent $100 on a sunrise alarm clock, a Philips sunrise alarm clock, and my sleep schedule is still poor. And I'm trying to get better. Like I really am trying slowly, but it's just been very bad, and I think pretty detrimental for my mental health. Also, yeah. So sleep schedule. What else? Oh, so I'll have like so when I quit my job, I was like, this girl. There's a young girl who just pulled up in front of me. It's okay. I was like, this is gonna give me opportunity to actually like do the things that I'm care about. Like, right? Like I was like, I will have time to go to figure drawing classes in the town over me. Like I will do all these things that I've been meaning to do. Like I'll start going. We have a yoga center. I was like, I'm gonna start going to the yoga center. I'm gonna like really get into fitness and like go to the gym and like finally conquer fears of like being uncomfortable in situations of like people I'm not familiar with, and I'll just do it alone. I've done none of that. Like, oh my gosh. We have, okay, I'm gonna explain this. We have a state college, and oh, we have a state, oh, we have a state college, um, in the town over, and we have an art center in the town over of my town, the small town I live in. Um, and they both have portrait and figure drawing classes every week. So there was like two opportunities. I had missed out on, I think, yeah, 3 weeks, 3 weeks of opportunities from both. And it's primarily due to, oh my god, this is actually embarrassing. The girl. Anyway, it's okay. Um, I had skipped them. The first time was out of pure laziness. The second time I fell asleep, and the third time I don't remember. I don't remember. Um, and so same with the gym. I'm just not doing it. Like for some reason in my mind, I'm like, okay, at this time on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll just have to do push, pull, and legs. Why? Why am I not like? Why am I doing nothing? Like, why am I not doing that? Because here's my thing: is like this is I'm. I'll get into like why this is a big deal. I'm already I'm okay. I feel like I'm all over the place. Basically, recently, I've really felt insecure on myself and like just feeling bad about myself and down about myself. And so, for example, I'll be like, my body is not sufficient enough. I'm unhappy because, well, one, I'm unhappy because I don't move my body enough. So that's one thing. It's like, it's not even perception based, it's also feeling based. I think I am so in my head that it's making me and like isolated and not moving my body that it's making me feel more depressed and anxious. And secondly, perception wise, I don't feel good about my body and the way the clothes look on me. And so, um, that's another thing. So it's like, it's the feeling of being active, like that's not happening. And then it's also just the perception. Um, and I think me skipping out on certain things and just like not showing up, and I think I just feel like I'm not doing enough has made me like I just feel like I'm like skipping out on life or like things I actually care about and want to do based on fear. Like it all feels like it's based on fear. And this feeling of that's too hard, like that'll be uncomfortable for me. Certain things. And so all this to say is that I don't know, like I am feeling depressed about it. And I've been feeling depressed and I like so for my weekend, this is becoming very casual, just like talking. But for my weekend, the first day I visited a big city with my family, and the second day I visited like with my sister and her friend at like another city that's both of them are about an hour away from my small town. And on the first day it was really nice and like lovely, but towards the end of it, I remember just feeling like I was gonna break down crying in a mall from just being perceived by myself. It made me feel very anxious and like self-conscious and like miserable. I just felt miserable and I felt like I wanted to cry. Um, and the second day was fine. It was like that one was perfectly fine. I felt fine about myself. Didn't feel self-conscious at all. But that one, I felt a little sick. And so today I wake up and I'm feeling a little sick, as well as like everything else going on of like my like terrible sleep schedule and my bad mental health. And so I'm going through it a little bit. And yeah, and I just don't know I don't know. Like, yes, I'm being analytical, but on a real note, it's very hard. Like, sometimes I'll feel so bad and so anxious that I'll just feel like I need to vomit. Like, throughout, like, before bed, sometimes I'll just get really nauseous. I'll also get, like, headaches, and my body will hurt because of being so tense and anxious all the time. And, like, I want to do things to fix it, but those things also feel hard. But I can't not though. Like I don't know. I talked about this in my journal. I'm just like I can't not anymore. Like it's the not doing it is really outweighing the doing. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna suck and it's gonna be hard to get into the gym and like feel perceived by like uber masculine straight men, but also the misery and like that I'm feeling is just not worth it. And like I don't know, being sick as well, like waking up and feeling like oh I have a sinus infection. Genuinely, that like I don't know. It's not fun. Um, but um, I also feel like I've just been looking bad, and I've been eating at night, and I've gained a little bit of weight, which is okay. It's okay. It's not like anything crazy. It's like 2 pounds, but um, I do want to upload this just to be like real, because sometimes I make videos like this, which you kind of get to no conclusion is just rambling, but also I think it is important and honest. And on like a final note to end things on a positive, I am going to finish I'm like doing the introduction video series of like the Ken Goshen like artist principles. And so today I do want to finish that, and I do want to start Atomic Habits, and I'm hoping that somehow through reading this book things can get better, because I just feel like I don't know how to like navigate any of this. I don't. Like, I think, why does adulthood feel so miserable? Like, why does it feel so, and I don't feel like an adult either. I feel like a fucking like awkward 17-year-old teenager. And I'm not. Like, that's the thing, is I'm not, and I'm 22, and I need to start making choices. Um and yes, it's embarrassing to like, it's 100% embarrassing be to like realize that, and it sucks, and it like I feel shitty, but also it'd be more embarrassing and shitty to like pretend I'm fine and like fake a smile, and to pretend that I'm okay, and like I don't want to change, and like I have it all together. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. This is getting long. Yeah. I hope I feel better soon. Um, I hope things get better soon. I hope that I conquer fear, and fear becomes my little bitch. So I'll see you guys later on the next one.